whatever I did within these past couple of years, even my brain wasn't even fully developed until last year. So even when I look back on certain things that has happened, I say to myself, well, what was I thinking? But I also have to remember that you are not fully developed until you're 27. 28 now. So it's probably why I think the way I do, like, way more awake than anything else. But I can say that when I was like 20 to 25, I just can't say that I made the best decisions, but I did the best that I could with what I had. And that wasn't even a lot to go by, but I do know that people put an emphasis on, oh, you're 21 now, you should know better. You know, to me, you don't even really know better until you're about to like go to the other side. Honestly, because you're always gonna make mistakes.
Right.
Whether you're just a single person, a married person, a mom, a dad, you're always gonna make mistakes. You could be 21, you could be 35, you could be 55, and still make mistakes. So when people say things like, "Oh, you're 30 now, it's time to get it together," get what together? Because life did not come with a manual. We're not reading a manual every day saying, "Well, this is how this is gonna go." No, because everybody is different. Everybody is raised different. Some people have to raise themselves. Me personally, I don't think I ever was raised until recent time. Because a lot of me on the inside never got to heal until I started the healing process last year on campus. So even though people may say, well, you shouldn't act like this, or you should say that, or you should know better, as humans, we're not going to know. Because here we are in this world, and the world can be great, but the world can also be cold for many different reasons. And everybody, I always love to say it like this. Everybody, when you're born with a box. What is put in your box until the age of 21, or depending on however you were brought up, your parents give you whatever they can give you. Then your grandparents give you whatever they can give you. And then if you have siblings, they give you whatever they can give you. But once you go out the door and you start to go to school, from elementary to middle school to high school to college, you are given so many different things from so many different people, and you're supposed to take that box and take out whatever it is you think defines you, or you think represents you as a person, even if it is your mistakes. But even your mistakes don't define you. Your mistakes define the fact that you're just human. And I think that's what people forget. Like, I have made plenty of mistakes, and well, my family always tells me, oh, you can't make mistakes because you're a disabled person and you have to depend on people and they don't have to depend on you. You know how silly that sounds? As humans, that's silly to say to another human because they don't even have it all the way together and they think that they do. Like I said, as far as the support system goes, my support system didn't begin to build until I was 23. So for the last 5 years, I've got to choose who I consider to be close to me and family to me. And let me tell you, none of us have the same blood in us. Because you know what? DNA doesn't make a family, but love does. And love varies in many different ways. I had a conversation with a person the other day, and she was saying, oh, I'm really close to my sister, and she's all I have, and this and that. Mind you, I'm very understanding, so I get that. And then she started asking me about, Are you close to your sisters? And I'm like, no, we're not close. We live our life. They know where I'm at, I know where they're at, and we keep it like that. And she's like, oh, well, you should be close to your sisters. No. The reason why I say no is because here you are telling me what I should be doing, and you don't even know the background story. And that's how humankind is. And that's what we gotta stop doing as humans. If you don't know the background, and if you're not coming from a place where you're being understanding, that makes people standoffish. That makes people not even want to talk to you. Because now you're judging my situation because you're close to your sister, and you expect me to be close to my sister just because we're sisters. Sometimes that don't happen. And then when I say, well, I'm close to people, but I don't talk to the ones that I'm close to every day because we have an understanding. Whenever you need me, I'm here. And it don't gotta be like we haven't talked in years just because we haven't talked in a year or a couple months. And this person's like, well, I talk to my sister every day. She's my best friend. I have 3 best friends, and we don't talk every day. We don't talk every day because they're busy, I'm busy. But that doesn't change the fact that we're best friends. We are best friends because of what has brought us together. What they seen on my journey when they met me. You know what I'm saying? So people need to realize that it doesn't really matter how long you've known a person or how you're related to a person. Connection is connection. And not everybody's connections are going to be the same. Not everybody's background story as to why they don't talk to certain people will make sense to you because it wasn't you that went through it. You can't say, well, I understand, but that's still your mom, or that's still your dad, or that's still your cousin. No, toxic is toxic. And I think people live in toxicity a lot where they can't differentiate that it's okay to say I'm not going to be close to this person because it's not good for me. I used to be one of those people that just lived in it. That was before my brain was fully developed, and now I'm not that. And I want that for other people, but they gotta want it for themselves too. They gotta understand it for themselves too. But I'm around if people actually want to understand. So yeah. Yeah.
Well, Jasmine, I appreciate you talking to me.
It's no problem.
It was a really good intro, and you gave me a lot of perspective. You actually taught me a lot of things as well. And understanding how your perspective, you can see things from multiple levels in multiple ways.
Yes.
And that is very interesting from a spiritual perspective because sometimes we process information or situations that might even necessarily be, true or real.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jasmine.
No problem.